Hi, welcome to my video on ratios of different quantities. Ratios of different quantities. When finding a ratio of different quantities, change each to the same unit and then simplify. In other words, if you have centimeters and millimeters, make them all centimeters, make them all millimeters. If you have grams and kilograms, you have all kilograms or have all grams. Do have the same unit. So let's practice. Find a ratio of each 20 minutes to 1 hour. Well, 20 minutes is okay. 1 hour, well, 1 hour is 60 minutes. So that means it's 20 to 60. And you divide by 10, scratch your zeros, and 2 and a 2 goes once, 2 and a 6 goes 3. Change it to the same unit, minutes. And we have millimeters and centimeters. We can say there's 10 millimeters in 1 centimeter. So 2 times 10 gives you 20 millimeters. And now we have a ratio of 8 to 20. Divide by 4, you get 2. Divide by 4, and I get 5. Again, it's easier to change the big unit to the small unit, and then you won't have any decimals. So I always change the big unit to the small unit. 2 days to 3 weeks. 3 weeks has 7 days in a week. So 3 weeks has 21 days. So that's 2 to 21. Again, I notice I multiply by 7. I change the big unit to the small one. Don't have any decimals. Just to explain that, if I went the other way and changed 20 minutes to an hour, well, 20 minutes is 20 out of 60. 20 out of 60 is 1/3, because you divide by 20. Now you would have 1/3 to 1, and that gives you the 1/3. So notice it's easier to change the big one to the small one, and you won't have any mix-up. Easier. Practice. Pause the video. Work all of these out and see if you get the right answers. When you get them done, play it back to see if you're okay. 8 hours to 2 days. 2 days is 24 hours in a day. So 2 days got 48 hours. So it's 8 over 48. 8 into 8 goes once. 8 into 48 goes 6. So 1/6. 2 millimeters to meters. 1 meter has 100 centimeters. So 1 meter has 100 centimeters. Therefore, the ratio is 40 to 100. Divide by 10, which means I can cancel my zeros. 2 into 4 goes 2. 2 into 10 goes 5. So that's 2/5. 8 months to 1 year. 1 year has 12 months. So that's 8 to 12. 4 into 8 goes 2. 4 into 12 goes 3. 8 inches to 2 feet. There's 2 feet and there's 12 inches in each foot, and that gives you 24 inches if you're this happens in the States. In most of the world we don't have inches and feet, but the teachers in math are teaching both metric and English systems, so learn most common units: inches and feet, feet and yards, number of feet in a mile, number, etc., etc. So we have 6 to 24, and 6 to 24. 6 into 6 goes once. 6 into 24 goes 4, so 1/4. Number 5, the width to the length. If the width is 12 and the length is 4 centimeters. So notice this is 12 millimeters, 4 centimeters. So each centimeter has 10 millimeters. So 4 centimeters has 40 millimeters. So the width is 12 and the length is 40. Divide by 4 and I get a 3 and a 10. So 3/10. Again, the same units. And it's easier to change the big one to the small one. You'll have less trouble. In a circle, what's the ratio of the radius to the diameter? Well, there's a formula that says that the diameter is 2 times the radius. So that means the radius, so if just as an example, if the radius is 10, your diameter is 2 times that is 20. So if you look at that example, you have 10, which is the radius, over 20. And 10 over 20 is 1/2. But if you look at this formula right here and divide both sides by r, or both sides, if you divide by r, you get diameter to radius is 2. Divide by r, they cancel it, so you get d over r. And if d over r is 2 over 1, then if you flip it upside down and go r over d, you get 1 over 2. So just a different way of thinking with your math to help you out. Or you can use your head and plug in a number, but I know that the radius is half the diameter, so the ratio is a half. Write each ratio as a fraction in reduced form. So 4 to 1/3 is the same as 4 divided by 2/3. I could have done 4 over 2/3 like that. But if you write it as a division sign, you can multiply by the reciprocal, which is 3 over 2. And that's 4 over 1 times 3 over 2. 2 into 2 goes once, 2 into 4 goes 2. So that gives you 6 over 1, or 6. So as a fraction, it's 6 over 1, or 6. B, 2/5 to 7 over 5. Again, you can go 2/5 divided by 7 over 5. So that's 2/5 times 5 over 7. And you can cancel your 5s, and you get 2 over 7. So a ratio, you could have wrote down 2/5 9, 7 over 5 as an A over B. But notice this is a division. So this fraction here, 2 of these together, is the same as this one, because this line is a division. So you can write it like this, and then multiply by the reciprocal, or write it as a division sign. Now we want this as a fraction. So 1/2, 2. So decimal 6 is 6/10. And 6/10, I can leave it as 6/10, or I can do it as 3/5 if I want. But if I leave it as 6/10, so I have 6/10. So that's a half divided by 6/10, which is a half times 10 over 6. That gives me 10, and 2 times 6 is 12, and that reduces by 2. 2 into 10 goes 5, 2 into 12 goes 6. So again, changing your decimal to a fraction and doing the division sign works it out okay. I want a fraction, don't want a decimal, it says fraction. Now I want a fraction for 20%, so that's 20% over 100. Percent is out of 100. 2. Decimal 8 is 8/10. I could make 8/10 4/5. But if I leave it like that, so that's 20 over 100 divided by 8 over 10, which is 20 over 100. When you divide, you multiply by the reciprocal, so it's 10 over 8. And I reduce. 10 into 10 goes once, 10 into 100 goes 10. 4 into 8 goes 2, 4 into 20 goes 5. 5 into 5 goes once, 5 into 10 goes 2, and that works out to be, I got 1 and 1, times 1 times 1 is 1, 2 times 2 is 4. So just a little bit different working the math. And if you liked the video that I just showed you, click on the like button, subscribe button if you haven't already done so, notification bell, and write a comment, and visit my math website as mathfullyexplained.com. There you get information about me, teaching experience, degrees, a section on videos, tells you what teaching strategies you're going to use and help you learn the math. Section on content, very important, the topics that I have online, and the number of videos. And the topics I have online are in black font. The topics you're going to have in the future, near future, will be in red font. Thank you very much. Bye-bye.